Thanks for staying with us. Now, history is full of rich and mysterious religions, practices and beliefs that shaped the world we live in. Now, hinting at powers below the surface of the mundane world, Occult Day encourages us to delve into this mysterious world, to commune with spirits and seek the truth that hide behind the stars and between the shadows. So if you've ever heard strange whispers or dreamt dreams that became prophetic, then Occult Day is your opportunity to listen a little closer, dream a little deeper, and reach for those mysterious or mysteries that lie just beyond the reach of the common man. Happy Occult Day. When I was reading this, I said, ho, 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 every day has a day.
Every day has a day, exactly. So, it's, I mean, there's no getting around it.
It does exist.
Religion, for some people, some people, it's practice they've taken up. I mean, even when you just look at the types of TV shows that we have, it's spun a whole genre, right? So, it's here. Whether we believe in it, you don't have to believe in it, but it does exist. And, like I said, every day has its day. So happy Occult Day to somebody out there.
Yeah, I would look at it from the context of the types of occults. We have different types of occult practices. And that will be, whenever it comes to that of Africa, it's totally different from the Western world. So I would say happy different type of occult day.
It's interesting you mentioning Africa. I remember when my sister was doing her graduation in Lancaster. So we went to the UK, all of us as a family. And we went to the zoo. I can't remember where that zoo was in London. So we went to the zoo.
Oh, London Zoo itself.
Yeah, so I remember passing, West London, yeah. I remember passing through one place where they were pointing at a tree.
Okay.
Something that has to do with some witchcraft gathering, that they do some gatherings and they do the mysteries and all that. They just do it like a normal thing, even in Nigeria.
Well, the thing is, let's face it, even in Nigeria, it happens now. So the funny thing about it.
No, but ours is, that one was just like, ours they would put a lot of red colors, white colors, blue colors.
Yeah, so
everybody was just a regular tree that anybody can actually just walk up to.
But everybody has their practices. So, it's different for everyone. Even in the Caribbean, they have their practices. So there's so many different things. And, it's morphed because sometimes you look and research some of these things and you see a little bit of the Yoruba has entered. So you start to hear God's different names exactly that have, Brazil, all those places. So, it's here. It's would I put it that before we got Christianity, we all had our, deities and whatever it was that we worshipped back then and different beliefs. So, yeah.
My dad had to change his name, so his name was Igminovia. I think Ovia is the god of iron, I believe.
No, Ogun is the god of iron.
No, Ovia in Edo State.
Ogun.
Okay, so Ovia is god of thunder or something. It's god of something, Sha.
Okay.
Maybe somebody that is from Edo State, please help us.
I am from Edo State.
But he now changed it to Igbi. So I run to Ovia. That was the meaning. So he now changed it to Igbinosa. I run to God when he became a born again Christian. Right. So we all have, like you rightly said, we all have that, that history where,
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll find the meaning of Ovia. My father will deal with me today. Because I'm sure he's watching. I don't remember what Ovia means. I can't remember.
Edo basically spat you out. So that's as much as you can claim. Yeah.
Okay, who am I going with? Uti, let's start with your story.
Okay, so in the world of Japa, my headline reads, Fresh 95 Nigerians stranded in Libya return. So the DG of NEMA, that's the National Emergency Management Agency, Alhaji Ahmed Mustafa, has confirmed the arrival of 95 Nigerians who were stranded in Libya. Of this 95, there were 60 men, 29 women, 4 teenagers, and 2 infants. So the returnees came in on a plane, and the government has assured them. So they came back with the assistance of the IOM, which is the International Organization of Migration, and the government has assured them that they will do all they can to support them, to allow them to reach their full potential in this environment. Not sure how, but that's the assurance that they've been given. So I think the thing for me with this story that stood out is, look, Japa is the thing right now. It's trending, it's voguing, you know, it's always been a thing, but right now I think we're seeing that sort of mass exodus. And for me, this story just says to encourage people that if you're going to do it, then please do it the right way. You know, people will promise you all sorts of things. I've known people who eventually ended up being stuck in Azerbaijan, stuck in all sorts of different places. It is dangerous. People lose their lives. People spend a lot. So these people would not have gone for free. They would have spent money, all the money they had. Sometimes they try to pick up work along the way to keep paying their transporters. So if you're going to do it, please endeavor. I know everybody can't. So it's not utopia. But the idea is that if you are going to do it, then please try as much as possible to do it. There are lots of legitimate ways in which you can migrate and leave Nigeria. So let's try and find one of those.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nothing like, I mean, I don't know how people cope with going abroad and just staying there with a visiting visa. I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it.
It's called survival.
No, see.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. It's not like I have
It's
everything.
a mindset.
Yeah, I don't, thank you.
It's a mindset and it's survival. So I'm always very careful. I've learned over the years that my perspective is different based on my experiences, right? But, you know, I've never been in a situation, thank God, where I've never had 3 square. There are people who can go days without food.
I know.
So it's a mindset for me because I always say that Nigeria is a place you can see glass half empty or glass half full. Absolutely. Because we've barely scratched the surface of our opportunities. Even if you say that this is a hostile environment, it is still an environment that is full of potential. So whether you can see that or you just see, because the negativity is there. And if you focus on the negativity, that's all you're going to see.
Sure.
You're not
so
going to see
what I was even going to say, it's not like I have it all figured out. It's not like I was raised with a silver spoon or something. I just don't get that. I can never be caught dead doing that. It's not possible because it's not just inside of me. So I keep wondering, and I'm actually curious to understand the mind of someone that would go with a visiting visa or even do the ones that they do where they go through, what's it called, deserts and all of that. I can't.
Someone that actually did that. And he came back from Spain also to, tell the story. And I've lost about 2 people based on this. So the people that actually came
you are from the epicenter.
It's our center. That's my point now.
So these 2 people that died on the way, they were never buried. So these guys that actually came back, they are one of the lucky ones.
Oh yes. Part of why my dad, and I'll tell you why my dad decided he wanted to raise his children in the north. Yeah. Right from when he was a young boy. It was part of all of these things because it was, in Edo State, there is no family.
But like
do you understand? There's no family in Edo State that you cannot trace to say that some people have gone through illegal and all. There are plenty.
My family is there. We didn't go through illegal means, pardon me. So there are families like that there.
Your story, madam.
Okay, my story, I'm going to keep it short, basically. And let me dig the story out, is on NSA's report by Femi Falana. He says it's one of the best report ever produced. He says that the panel gave everybody fair hearing, bent over backward to accommodate those who should have been sent packing, and did a thorough analysis of everything. So like I said, he said I wasn't even interested in what the outcome will be, but because he has actually said this, I would like to know what the NSAS report is all about. Basically.
Oh really? You've not read it?
I haven't.
Okay, welcome. So I saw this very beautiful video. I saw it and it gave me so much hope. This young boy, his mother was writing her test.
Oh yes, I saw it.
So, and he was outside with the younger sister, and the mother was writing a test, and the girl started crying, and the young boy just whipped up the bag and mixed up her meal. I don't know if they have that video, and he started feeding the girl. For me, that broke my heart. That's the video. This boy is my hero for today. He'll continue to be my hero for a very long time. And see how the girl is so quiet and she's eating. You see, the nature of humans, right? We are born with love we have only love and care. So when we start to act the opposite, it just tells you that something has gone wrong. I mean, this boy would have as well said, I'm a child now. My mother is right. I bet let's go and call my mother. I cannot be dealing. But he understands that mommy has to write this test. And he decides, you know what, let me take care of my daughter. I mean, there was someone that posted on Linda Keji's blog, I think Amarachi, that's her name. She said their mother was writing a quiz and little sister was crying. He had no option than to mix her food and started feeding her. This little boy won my admiration today. Learn to train your sons to be responsible because in the future, they will be of help. Train your sons just as you train your daughters. If his mother had not trained him well, she would have suffered so much today because she would have had to cry and cry and cry until the mother came. So she saw it from the angle of raising boys. You know, I only have sons. I raise my sons to be able to do anything that any girl can do. They go into the kitchen. But I don't even want to look at it from that angle of even raising a son. I'm looking at the angle of, love. Empathy. I'm looking at empathy. I'm looking at the angle of the boy understands that, So those are the kinds of quality that we need to begin to imbibe in everyone, where you are just considerate. I mean, Unoma is always preaching consideration. Where you're considerate of the next person. He knows that mommy needs to take this test. And he decided, you know what, let me step up to the challenge, And he, of course, thankfully, the mother has also equipped him to be able to do that.
Which is that's where I was going to come in, because I said, look, the thing about it is that with our children, a lot of the time, I hear people say, oh, it's too young. Oh, leave them, they're not old enough. Leave them, it's just a baby. You don't want this to be this child's everyday life. So it's not the expectation, but you do want to prepare your children for life. And you want to start doing it from day one, where this is how they learn responsibility. This is how they learn, So if this child had not been exposed to that because the mother thinks, oh, he's so young, it's lost because you're almost undermining the capacity of the child. So understand the capacity at which your child can operate and equip them to be able to grow and stretch. Then it's fine.
When I saw that video, the way he would lick the spoon and feed it, I said, this one don't watch him, Mama. Yep. It was such a beautiful video. We don't know you, but we celebrate you on ways, and we hope your mom. We hope she passes her test. I'm sure the test is meant to give her a better life as well.
So nice.
Honestly, so sweet. Such a sweet young boy.
So sweet to watch.
All right. On that note, to take a break. I think this week I've just been giving feel good stories. I don't have energy. I'm shut down for the year. We'll take a break. When we come back from the break, we're going to be discussing accountability. Stay with us. We'll be right back.